Michael Norman, going to another Olympic team, another Olympic Games. What's the initial feelings for you?
I'm pissed off right now. To be fair, I'm going to the track tomorrow morning, but yeah, I mean, I'm grateful to be here to just represent Team USA again. It's only my 5th race, 3rd meet of the year, so obviously there's some things I need to tweak in my race and race rhythm. I already talked to my coach while I was taking my lap around the track, so there's a few areas that I need to. Actually, there's one main area that I need to adjust, and I know I can run a lot faster than what I did today. It's just a poorly executed race. Kind of let the moment get. I kind of got a little too excited during the moment, so I paid for it at the end. So it's just a learning experience, and I just got to go out there and make some corrections.
What was it that coach told you need to fix up?
No, I ran too fast down the backstretch. I ran like 20.9. It was too fast. So I ran like 10 flat. It was my split down the backstretch. It was too flat, way too fast. So I need to back it up a little bit, and then that will allow me to run a much stronger finish. So.
Do you feel like your first 2 rounds set you up perfectly for today, or?
I ran probably too slow through the first 200, the first 2 rounds. But it was kind of weird. I just didn't feel much of a challenge. It just seemed like they were letting me win, so I could let me get away with whatever I wanted to do. But when it came to the final, I ran a little bit too fast, so I need to find like that sweet spot going through that 200 meters so I can have that real strong finish. I'm not too pleased with my splits. It's just a learning experience again, and I need to fine-tune and sharpen up before we get to Paris.
How do you feel about your fitness? Like, do you feel like you're, 43 second shape?
Yeah, I'm definitely fit. It's just a matter of execution right now. Obviously, didn't run it all last year, so I'm kind of out of whack a little bit. But I need to just be a little bit more patient and then take this next couple weeks to really fine-tune my craft and be really locked in. So I think that's what I'm going to do these next couple of weeks while I reflect and just move on from there.
Do you feel comfortable in the 400, like getting back into it after last year?
Like, what do you mean comfortable?
So, like, in terms of, obviously, you're talking about your race model and stuff,
yeah.
But, you dipped into the 100, obviously, the injuries and all that.
Yeah.
But do you feel comfortable just being a 400-meter runner?
Yeah. I mean, the 400 is not a crazy race to... Sorry,
no.
It's the final 800, and then I got the last 20 meters.
I know.
I can't even tell who's first, second, and third.
It was Nia.
Nia Atkins. Then who?
Rose was in it.
Oh, what happened to Theme?
She was out, like, early on.
Oh.
Yeah, I think injury. Yeah, it's rough.
It's tough. That is tough. Sorry, what was the question?
No, just comfortability in the 400.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always going to be comfortable running it. When I run that 43, I'll be extremely confident. I know it's in me. I'm in great shape. My training this year has been a little bit different than previous years, just because I've been dealing with some things on and off the track that are preventing me to train like I traditionally do. But overall, I think I'm pretty comfortable with everything. It's just a matter of execution and getting the multiple races in. Obviously this year I've only ran 2 races before here. Obviously I would have liked to run a couple more, but because of a few aches and pains that I was dealing with, I had to sit back and train. So I'm just using this as a learning experience. When I come back to Paris, I'm coming with vengeance for sure.
Have you been following what the other international guys have been doing in the 400 this year and how things stack up and how you think things are going to play out in Paris?
Yeah, honestly, it's wide open. Nobody's done anything. Nobody's run anything special at this moment. So honestly, it could be anyone's game, and it just depends on how someone executes the race. I know I'm fit. Now it's just a matter of execution. So when we all get on the line, it's going to be who's the best man, and that's going to determine who's the winner is.
Do you like it being wide open versus either you being the favorite or another guy being a super favorite?
I'm indifferent about it, to be honest. At the end of the day, when we step on the line, we're competitors, and we step on the track. The goal is to win. So regardless if you're viewed as the favorite or if it's wide open, everybody has the same ambition of winning. So I don't have a preference.
You're in this field today with Quincy. 8 years ago, you're in the same position essentially.
Oh yeah. I was like, huh?
Quincy Wilson.
Yeah. I was like, huh?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Do you kind of reminisce a little bit about sort of where you were 8 years ago and kind of see that experience for him?
Yeah, 8 years ago, I got bumped up the first round of the 400. I did the complete opposite of Quincy Wilson. Kind of got starstruck, had LaShawn Merritt and I think Tony McQuaid in my race, and just kind of ran slow. I was just like, oh, they're running fast, so I'm gonna run any faster. Like I'll make it in. Didn't make it in. So when I came to the 200, I said, you got to beat me, and that's all she wrote. I ended up making it to the final. By the time I got to the final, I was cooked. legs were toast. I was tired, but I just went out there. I remember it being one of the greatest races that I've ever run, not in terms of like time, but just kind of the environment of the Olympic trials. So looking back at some of the pictures of me running back then, it's been quite a journey, and obviously my journey's not over yet, so just getting ready for my second opportunity at the Olympics.
Michael, how cool is it to see Wade and Steven obviously too, but to see these guys continue to push in this event?
Yeah, I mean, it's great. They're competitors for sure. Wade is obviously the world record holder. He's a great guy. It's probably him and Karani are probably like some of the nicest guys that I compete against, just in terms of how they talk and hold themselves. Him and Matthew Hudson-Smith as well. So, just have high respect for them. But when it comes to racing, it's just race mentality. Beat them or get beat. So I respect them, but I always want to beat them.
Do you still train with Fred, right?
Yeah, it's an interesting dynamic. We're around each other all the time.
Okay. Well,
it's an interesting dynamic.
No,
but yes,
well,
short story, yes.
Do you want to elaborate? What do you mean interesting dynamic?
It's too complicated to explain.
Okay.
We run different events. It's like interchangeable. Sometimes we run together, sometimes we won't. Sometimes we practice different times. It just depends.
Well, I was going to say, I mean, how'd you feel about him getting on the team after setbacks?
Oh, man, that dude is, if anybody's going to bet on themselves, it's him. He has 100% faith in himself, and that's what makes Fred unique. So, I'm happy for him. I'm happy for everybody in my training group. We're just waiting for 2 more people, Isaiah and Ryan Benjamin, to do their thing for the next session. So I'm excited to watch them compete over the next couple of days while I go train.
And then just the last question for me. I don't know if I asked you about Michael Johnson's league the other day. And
Yeah.
what's your thoughts on it? Are you interested in maybe joining if you have the opportunity to? And
That's a very great question. Initially, it sounds like a very ambitious and great idea for the sport, but logistically, kind of curious to see how viable it's going to be after 1 year. I'm also going to sit down with my agent and figure out, what makes the most sense, because, we got to look at his league and what's important to us in terms of our contracts and what keeps us from getting reduced. So it's a fine balance between the two, and we got to figure out a situation that is beneficial for both parties. But I think the biggest concern for me with the league right now is finding out what type of TV deal he's going to have, because if there's no TV deal, I think that's where the majority of the money is, and how is he going to market it? I think those are going to be like the 2 main points of argument for me to see how successful the league is. I love the ambition, but again, I'm still a little bit skeptical looking at the league to see if it's going to be something that is going to be around for multiple years. But we'll see. I mean, talk to my agent.
What about the doubling?
Sorry?
Is the doubling a concern, having to double at every meet?
Nah. 2, 4, 3 days? Nah.
And
it's more of a timing of races, events, like Olympics, World Champs, because obviously World Champs is the most important thing when it comes to contracts. So if the league interferes with our preparation towards the World Championships or US Champs, then it would be quite difficult to justify participating in something like that quote unquote doesn't hold as much weight as a World Championship.
the money for 1 meet, is that pretty good though? The way they've structured it?
What is it? I don't even know.
If you win the double, you get $100,000.
That's if you win all 4, right?
No,
or
if
the
you
most
win
points.
each meet.
Each meet?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's kind of nice. Actually, it's really nice. Yeah.
What'd you say to Kendall after? I know we were down here when she raced, but what was maybe the first thing you said to her when you got to see her?
I didn't get to see her till this. I don't think I even really congratulated her, to be honest. She was gone, and I had to get ready for the next round, so I was already leaving the stadium before she even came through, because she had to get ready for all her medal ceremony and all that stuff. So we had our group chat. Our group chat blew up. Like all the coaches and the training group, it blew up for her. We were so happy for her. So she knows it for sure. So yeah, I mean, I'm really happy for her. Happy for Fred. Now we're just waiting for the next 2 guys to just secure their way to the Olympics.
There you go.
And I'm sure they already asked about your race today, but how was that for you?